On behalf of NIC, NAPSA, and the faculty, a very warm welcome to this Leadership Symposium. We're based here in Portland, the traditional homeland of many Native American tribes such as the Chinook, the Wasco, and the Multnomah, and of course, the homeland today of many diverse groups of people. In this Leadership Symposium, we're going to try and do something a little bit different. So if you think about Portland, one of the images that comes to mind for a lot of people is the federal courthouse. And we've been the scene of a lot of clashes, a lot of demonstrations, a lot of violence. So we have everything from the Proud Boys to Black Lives Matter to Antifa, and we have a clash of cultures going on. So what we're going to be talking about in this series is three things that are very difficult to achieve. One is collaborative leadership, collaboration. The second is implementation science. How do we effectively implement the evidence-based practices that we know will benefit people if we can do them correctly? And the third, of course, is diversity, equity, and inclusion. An incredibly difficult topic for us today, especially in America. When we think of Portland and Oregon, there's another image that comes to my mind, not just the federal courthouse. This is the image of Mount Hood, a gorgeous mountain that you can see from all around the state. You can see it from Portland here. You look out and you can see the mountain. So if you wanted to climb Mount Hood, you'd have to start training for it. You'd have to get a guide, and then you'd have to put on your boots, and you'd have to do a lot of work to get up to the top of Mount Hood. Recently, Aisling and Sorcha, my wife and daughter, climbed Mount Hood. It took Sorcha 3 times to climb it, but she got there. She had a guide, and that's what the faculty is going to do for you this symposium. We're going to be your guides, but we're not going to be the people who are doing all of the work. We're inviting you to work with us. So we want you to put on your boots, come and climb some difficult mountains with us, these 3 topic areas. And to let you know that it's possible, I want to tell you a true story of the Virginia Department of Corrections, who have actually succeeded in all of these 3 areas to a large degree. So this is a picture of Harold Clark, the current director of Virginia Department of Corrections. Along the way, Harold meets with NIC, and there's a project called the Norval Morris Project, and they begin to work on this concept of a healing environment, corrections, criminal justice system as a healing environment. Harold catches that vision, and then Harold realizes the way to implement that vision is through dialogue. He knows that it's the collaborative process to people thinking together, working together, creating together that can bring about good. So Harold begins to train his executive team in 2010 in Virginia in the art and practices of dialogue. Then they train their next level down, and their next level down, and their next level down, until they've trained all 12,000 staff in Virginia. And in this picture, you'll see an image of some of those staff, about 200 of the staff working together. You can see they're all in little circles. They know how to talk together, they know how to listen together, they know how to oppose each other, but they can do it beautifully because they have a container of collaboration which allows them to speak their mind freely. What do they do though when they have all of these circles and they need to bring the whole thing together? Well, this is what they do. They come together in one circle. So you see here in Virginia, we have an image of collaboration and we have an image of the whole. And they have effectively implemented this system throughout their whole agency. And it's influencing outside agencies in Virginia, and it's influencing corrections as well. And they've done it with diversity, equity, and inclusion in mind, because everybody's voice in Virginia, if you go to Virginia, you will know that everybody's voice is important. Everybody feels like they have a voice, and for that to happen, you have to have people listening. So we're inviting you to this symposium not to come just and listen to talking heads. We're inviting you to come and bring your voice. We want your voice, and we'll be setting up a system of dialogue where you will be practicing. You'll be practicing collaboration. You'll be practicing implementation science, and you'll be practicing diversity, equity, and inclusion, so that at the end of the symposium, when you go back into your communities, you'll be more equipped to do so. Again, a warm welcome. We look forward to seeing you shortly.